Jeff Blake's inspiring journey with SAVATAGE, from dreams to stardom. Once upon a time, drummer Jeff Blake had simple dreams, to record an album and hit the road on tour. Fast forward over 30 years, and his journey with SAVATAGE has blossomed into a remarkable legacy. Since joining the band during their 1994 tour for Handful of Rain, Blake has contributed to 3 iconic SAVATAGE studio albums and a live record that immortalizes the final show of that tour. His musical journey didn't stop there. He also earned multiple gold and platinum records with the TRANS-SIBERIan Orchestra and recorded 5 albums with Metal Church from 2006 to 2017, performing hundreds of shows worldwide with these legendary groups. After a brief appearance at Germany's Wacken Open Air Festival in 2015, SAVATAGE entered a long hiatus following their world tour for the 2001 album, Poets and Madmen. During this time, the TRANS-SIBERIan Orchestra, born from the success of the instrumental Christmas Eve, Sarajevo 12/24, became a major force in the concert scene, consuming much of the band's energy. Although the Wacken performance sparked hopes for a reunion, various challenges, including the 2017 passing of their longtime producer and lyricist Paul O'Neill, the global pandemic in 2020, and ongoing health issues faced by the band's heart and soul, Jon Oliva, prevented a full comeback. However, everything changed late last year when SAVATAGE announced their first tour in 23 years. Kicking off this month, they will perform in Brazil, Argentina, and Chile before heading to Europe for a mix of festival and headline shows. Unfortunately, Oliva will not be joining them on this tour, but he remains the band's musical director, hoping to return as soon as his health allows. Meanwhile, the lineup from the Dead Winter Dead era, Blake, bassist Johnny Lee Middleton, vocalist Zach Stevens, and guitarists Chris Caffrey and Al Pitrelli, are busy rehearsing at the iconic Morrisound recording studio in Tampa, Florida, where Blake first met Oliva and O'Neill 31 years ago. In a recent chat with Blabbermouth.net's Clay Marshall, Blake shared his thoughts on SAVATAGE's exciting return. He reminisced about his early days with Zach Stevens in the Boston-based band Wicked Witch. When Zach informed him of his decision to join SAVATAGE, it was a bittersweet moment. "There's such a funny story that leads up to all of this," Blake recalled. Zach was in California studying at the Vocal Institute of Technology, while guitarist Matt Leff was at the Guitar Institute of Technology. They crossed paths, and Zach, who was working at a hotel where SAVATAGE stayed, connected with the band. When they flew him to Boston to join Wicked Witch, it was a serendipitous moment that would change their lives. Despite their hard work, Wicked Witch struggled to find direction, especially with the rise of grunge music. When Jon left SAVATAGE, Zach made the leap to join them, and Blake felt a mix of sadness and pride. "I was happy he did. I love Zach as a singer, and I knew he had to take that chance. It was a turning point for me, too, as I decided to leave Boston and rethink my life." Blake's only experience seeing SAVATAGE live was in 1990, and he regretted missing their shows with Zach. However, fate had other plans. After the tragic passing of Chris Oliva, Matt Leff encouraged Blake to reach out to Zach. To his astonishment, Zach informed him that SAVATAGE wanted him as their drummer. "I was standing in my living room, thinking, 'What? This is unbelievable!'" Blake exclaimed. He quickly packed his bags and headed to Florida, where he met the band and began a new chapter in his life. Joining SAVATAGE was a dream come true for Blake, but it came with its challenges. The band was still reeling from the loss of Chris, and emotions were high. "I was excited but felt bad for the guys. Johnny was struggling, and it was tough for everyone. But we pushed through together, and soon my dreams of touring and recording became a reality. I felt like I'd won the lottery." As he stepped into the shoes of a founding member, Blake approached the situation with humility and respect. He knew the importance of being a supportive team player during such a difficult time. "My job was to drum and do it well. I had to be an adult and stay out of the way while they navigated their grief." The tour kicked off in Fort Lauderdale, but it wasn't